Party, do we know what our objective is for this session?
No, we
No.
don't. We don't yet. We don't know. We don't. We don't even have a path yet. So we should probably do that in character right as the session starts. Just,
Okay.
just to know to get that out of the way.
That, let's start.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because the last time I remember, we did not have any clue what we exactly wanted to do.
We did a fuck all last session.
Hi.
Yeah. It was
No.
You guys
No,
got
no,
the
we
loot.
We got
Yeah,
achieved
yeah,
2
yeah.
exhaustion
Um,
levels. That was good.
True. It's session 42.
That was useful.
And, okay, sorry. You may notice a change. It's session 42. And last time that we met, you guys... Stop, Jack. You guys had plans to salvage as much as you could from the shipwreck of an Ignasian warship by the name of the Steelhead. You guys had sunk it on basically honor alone, because it was affiliated with the Church of Rhybohr and the Ignasian Empire, and you guys had recently taken up some loose partnership with Cadbro, the dragon goddess, and the enemy of the Church of Rhybohr. You guys sunk the Steelhead and decided to ravage its corpse at the bottom of the ocean. But in order to do that, you guys had to develop somewhat of a plan. It took a little bit of back and forth to come up with some ideas. And in the midst of trying to plan this, one of your party members had recently been going through it. Had drank a black, vile, shadowy potion in attempts to gain more power right before you guys made this partnership with Cadbro. And since then, Valente, our resident high elf wizard, had been struggling with, I suppose, some identity issues, but also taking on as much power as possible to protect the people that she loved. And that involved making a partnership with Shadat, the Shadow Man. Shadat has a couple of other minions within the world, including a man named Garen, who is a patron of Leo, and also a man who is known as the God Killer, or Billy Black, who had been killing people willy-nilly in the Church of Rhybohr. Valente went to go meet with this guy in Port Serac, and they had a conversation. She made a sacrifice to Shadat. He chopped off her hand. And when she returned to the ship, and she kind of went to bed without telling anyone what had happened, and woke up the next morning to making these plans being made to salvage the shipwreck of the Steelhead. And she looked different to all of you guys. She had stark white hair. Her eyes had this different type of glaze to them. She was paler, and she revealed to you that she had sacrificed a hand in exchange for power to Shadat. There were some mixed opinions on this. Ulrich was in support of attacking. The best defense is attack, is what Valente had said. And Sheev supported her making whatever decision she wanted to make. And Leo pushed back a little bit with, if you wanted to protect people, why did he give you a weapon? Yeah, but it kind of ended up on an okay note. But this is definitely this kind of cloud that's been overhanging over the group. You guys were very successful in your salvaging of the Steelhead. You guys got swords, sets of armor. The circumstances to get there didn't go as well as they could have. Sheev had some struggles. He's undead and he doesn't need to breathe. Being
Very
dragged,
successful.
It was successful in the sense of what you got out of it. But Sheev did have some, I mean, he got thrown around into some coral, and it was a bit of a struggle for him. But you guys got a net back to the Stormbringer onto the deck of the ship, filled with loot. Or you opened up some chests, you found some maps, you found some information about the Coast Guard in Ingnasia, the Dorothea fleet, as well as this map with weird markings along Boneyard, which is the northern part of Root Coast. And that's where we are now, you guys. Standing on the deck of the ship, overseeing your loot. It's about noon, midday. What do you guys want to do?
Well, yes, Gwen?
I was going to say, I believe we've caused enough of a ruckus on this island. If word hasn't already gotten back to Ingnasia about their prized fleet head going down, then it will soon. I believe we should take our leave of this island.
Yes, I'm inclined to agree. I think we should all decide where to go and ensure that our next steps are made with purpose and intent. As you
Agreed.
know, I would like to be back here within 5 to 6 weeks to settle a personal score, but until that day comes, you have my sword, and I'm at your disposal. But, as I said, we should aim to do something meaningful. We've started a movement of some kind. I think it's only right that we see it out.
I agree, wholeheartedly. My question would be, if you wish to be back here in 5 to 6 weeks, where exactly do you think we can get to and then back? Like, what is our absolute furthest distance we can travel before we have to return?
I guess
Well-
3 weeks in one direction.
Right. Where can that get us to? Is my question. I am not gifted as much nautically as maybe Gwen is, or Leo, or Rick.
Well, and do you still have your contacts in Port Gilau?
I do.
You would be so kind if you can send word to keep an eye out for a ship known as the Powder Fire coming in from the east.
Powder fire from the east. Very well.
Pirate ship, slavers. That will buy us some time and give us a lot more early warning should they come in from that direction. I can't imagine they'll travel from the west, which is closer to the Ignatian-owned sea. But that is where my requests end. I'm happy to follow the rest of your lead.
All right. Valenthi, where do you have anywhere in particular that you'd like to go?
I find myself not knowing where I want to head next.
All right.
Mainland would be nice, but that doesn't have to be now, and especially since we have to be back here in 6 weeks. So I think for now, I will follow what the group decides and
Right.
think about it.
Okay. Rykard, anywhere in particular you'd like to go?
Someone back in a more full condition would be much appreciated. So any places with knowledge, libraries, things of that nature would be helpful. I don't know if we'll
Okay.
be able to find any of that here.
I doubt it.
Apologies, not to assume command, but I think we should take an assessment of what our current options are, what are our strengths and what are our weaknesses.
Good call.
In terms of the chalices that we have,
Yes. So sorry, not to interrupt you, but yes, the chalices are, in my estimation, roughly 50% or a little less of the way towards discovering something very important. However, the other 50%, or whatever the number would be, is going to be very difficult to find and very difficult to acquire. So And frankly, I would not have the slightest clue of where to go except to the gods themselves, and I don't believe any of them would be willing to give up that information. Unless anybody else has anything, other ideas. I know that there is somebody on this island I would like to talk to before we leave, is the guy that we talked about last time, the wizard. I would be interested in talking to him, and maybe he might know. But does anybody else have any contact or information that they'd like to share regarding the chalices?
I might know of someone. I cannot say I've ever met them, but I have attempted to contact them before, and they could potentially help. I will seek them out and explore that route. Hopefully, it works.
All right. Do you need any help with this? And
You're always
you
welcome
mind
to help me, but
sharing with the class as to who they might be?
not yet. I just want to
Oh.
make sure this isn't a dead end.
Okay.
And I'd say, with all due respect, now is not necessarily the time to be coy. You can share with us, and I would insist that you do.
Well, you just let me find in my very hazy memories where the name is, and I'll be back with an answer.
Are you talking about the who are you talking about? I don't mind giving you the name.
It was a professor or a specialist in Torar Academy.
Ulrich
That I-
Shuyaki. I'll put in the chat for you there.
Yes, I did try to send him a message before, and I don't think I got too much of an answer, but I know of him.
Ulrich, you can roll history check. Ricard, you can roll history check.
While we're here as well, stock up on any adventuring gear, items, torches, ropes, chains, locks, anything you think we might need as well.
I would agree with that, and we have a sizable party fund as of now. So, if as long as it is useful, it would be the time to possibly buy something.
Okay. So as Valente says this, pulls this name out of her hazy memory, Ulrich, this name kind of has some familiarity to you. You know that they, like what she's saying, that they are a professor at the Torar Vocational School, but you also know that the Torar Vocational School, just 1 second here. That the recently, because you're Ignatian, you spent some time in the military, you know that the Torar Vocational School has been partially destroyed and cleared out in order to expand the Ignatian quarry, and that Surak was involved in this. The god Surak was involved in this in some regard. Like, he wasn't like the person to do it, but there was some type of agreement made between Ingnasia and Surak. And Ricard, you know that this Ulrich Shuyaki is like a very good resource to talk to for what you guys are looking for. He's an expert in gods and an expert in Ignatian history. He also is known for handmade jewelry.
Oh, cool.
Get some bling while we're at it.
In terms of party fund, guys, how much do we have? Because I've only got 35 gold on me.
We have in
it's
the
in
party
the
fund currently.
group
It's in the we have like 3,300 roughly gold.
Each, or
Oh no! So total
collectively.
collectively,
Jesus,
yeah.
we are so broke.
Yeah, we also like gave her most of the freaking money. We gave for her rebuilding her shop and whatever, buying the fishery. So she
Yeah.
got like 10,000 of that, which was a good deed. But yeah, we're pretty broke.
We should have stolen it.
If only good deeds could pay the bills.
I know, right? We're pretty broke, but with like a couple hundred gold, we should be able to restock on supplies, right? Like, That shouldn't be too impossible.
Well, we need to head to
Um,
Torah then. I don't think we can dock.
Yeah.
But the docks of Ignacia are roaring. They'll see us coming.
Yeah, but we wouldn't even necessarily need to dock per
We just
se.
swim out. Be
We
a
could
shark.
just swim out, and the ship will stay where we tell it to stay. So,
Well, I've got a horse, so I don't really know if swimming out would work.
oh,
You have a horse?
Especially-
do we have a?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we do have a horse on the deck
I
still.
stole one.
Oh,
Well, I
Yeah, he stole
It-
one
We borrowed
In the
one.
stables.
borrowed one.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
in the
Below
stables.
deck.
Yeah. Would we be able to purchase? Oh, we're in a port town. We can purchase extra lifeboats per se, like smaller ones to literally paddle ourselves to shore.
yeah, we just got our ship repaired. They could probably install like a lifeboat thing on the side, right? Would Cadborough mind that, you think?
I'm just a little confused. Not about the ship though. Are we actually considering going to Torwar and coming back and doing a inquiry about this important topic all within 6 weeks and expect to be back on time? That seems a little short. I
How
was
far is Torwar?
suggesting to just send a message.
The only thing with that is that there's no guarantee that they will respond to you. Not that you are not worth responding to, of course, but
I mean,
it like
give them reason.
you know, I tried to message Poncho yesterday, and he did not respond at all. It may just be personal choice, personal preference, but there's no guarantee you will get a response.
Still,
Has Valente shared the information that Surak was involved with the?
that was Ulrich. That wasn't me.
It was Ulrich.
Ulrich?
Did you share Ulrich with that?
Oh,
Yes, yeah.
okay. So, if we want to talk to a god, maybe we could go and see Surak. I've met him. I've seen him in
Oh,
where he was. He did this, and I'm touching the scar where I was
Ah.
decapitated.
he is the
Um,
one who you sought out to kill you and bring you back. Yes.
Yes, which he did, and we have become more and more aligned since. And somehow this is also where my journey started, not in the Zurich Mountains. I mean, somewhat in the Zurich Mountains. Beneath there's a smaller town that's called Brass Hollow, which has become a focus for the Ignatian Empire. They get a lot of the Surakian steel from there, and I've actually invaded one of the mines to have a look at what they're doing down there, and they're harvesting the metal to build their war machines. If we would go there and stop these mining operations, I'm sure that he would give us some time to talk to him.
That sounds like a good idea to me. What is the relationship between Surak and Rhybohr and Ignacia?
Make a religion check.
Adversarial.
Anyone who wants to think about that, you can make a religion check.
Yeah.
All right. And it's going to be a disadvantage because I still have 2 levels of
That's right.
exhaustion. Even though I have +8 to the roll. I'm so sad.
Ah!
Natural
I
20!
remember-
Let's go!
I remember exactly what the relationship between.
Didn't even ask that question.
Yeah.
It was a hypothetical.
It's a rhetorical question. Nobody answered that. Okay. Yeah, so for most of you, the surface level knowledge on these two is that they sort of keep independent of each other for the most part. Surak is really only concerned with his land and the Parshire Highlands, and protecting the people within it, including himself. And he also... Okay, hang on a second.
From what I can tell, he is a very badass guy, very supportive.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give you some information here, Ulrich. You you know the story of Rhybohr. He was once a blacksmith who served the people of the city of Ingnasia. His brother was actually a pioneer in establishing the entire city and the royalty there. He found a natural lava flow underground and an ancient forge there where he tried to essentially make steel. And he was the first person to make steel in Ingnasia. And he found that if he used like certain minerals that he could develop Serachian steel, which was harder and more resistant to certain magical effects. But he struggled to forge it because it was a very volatile material and he wanted to find out where the source of power was coming from. So he went deep underground in the Sunless Shores where he found the Oxidus root. And that is how he became Rhybohr. Some of the details lost there in just terms of how he harvested the Oxidus root. That's kind of a different story because nobody had been able to consume this life force, this unobtainable power without dying until him. He was buried in an underground volcano explosion, but he was consumed by the Oxidus root and that kept him alive. Sirach, at that time, when Rhybohr had gained all of this power and become this god of fire and power in pretty much a matter of like weeks, was very impressed by this, and they came to an agreement that Rhybohr could use the Serachian steel to weaponize his armies and to use for the city of Ingnasia. So Sirach and Rhybohr have somewhat of an unspoken agreement since then. They kind of stay out of each other's business. But Sirach is an ancient god and has been around before Rhybohr discovered how to do this. And that's kind of the story.
Nice. I will relay the tale to the rest of the party as if recanting a classic Ignatian folk tale.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Actually, you know what? Make a performance check or a persuasion check. Let's see how it goes.
I'll give you guidance. Have a little wispy spirit. I'll bless you.
Performance. Is that a 1d3 on
Guidance 1d4.
1d3.
24? Oh my god.
1d3.
That's
That's
crazy.
natural. I mean, you get
Something-
all the details out, but you guys are like, just like stuttering and sweating. It's like a lot of attention suddenly. Just like, it's been a long time since you've recalled this story. You have to like go back and forth a couple times. It's a little confusing. But you get all the
So yeah, that's the gist of it.
I was under the impression that the soldiers were taking the steel and Surak didn't want them to. But
It seems like from your recent interactions with Sirach that yes, he is not happy by the amount of metal that is being mined from his mountains. It seems like the production has like exponentially gotten faster and faster and over the years, and yes, he's not currently happy with what Ingnasia is doing.
I think things might have escalated a bit out of control over the last years with the advancements of technology.
It is the danger of progress in that innocent people get stomped on along the way. All right, with that information, my only problem with going to talk to Sirach would be that what if that might end up being quite a long excursion, and we might miss our window.
Yes, remember how we tried to casually go through Cadbro's realm and ended up taking a whole week just to travel there?
We tend to take longer excursions than are potentially necessary, which isn't a problem in most times because it's making sure things are done right is good. But if we're trying to be back for the timeline that Ulrich had suggested, it might be hard to do so.
I agree. I think in order to honor Ulrich's deadline, we should stay in a relatively close area and then move on to bigger project as going back to mainland and talking with gods.
Do we not
Actually-
have? Go ahead.
Actually, maybe I have a friend there in Brass Hollow that I met the first time when I was there. Dinte. He is sort of against the Ignatian invasion of his hometown, and he's a powerful, at least somewhat powerful, he's very humble mage, and he was the one that sent me to Killam Island, I think. He maybe could send us somewhere back to the ship when we have cleared the mines.
That is fair. However, you have to remember we are in at least some way partnered with Cadborough, and would Surak wish to teleport us back to a Cadborough ship? Would be my only question.
I don't know if he has too much beef with her.
I don't think it's quite as much of a partnership and more of enemy of my enemy is my ally.
I agree with that. However, you must understand that we fly Cadborough's flag and we just killed the Steelhead, and while it may make sense to us, to others it may look like more of a in-depth partnership than it may actually be.
I think that's the way Cadbury sees it as well.
Yes. So, anyway, I'm waiting to get smited. But regardless, we should decide. I will say that
What?
I am extremely tired. That mission was terrible. Do we need to blast off immediately, or can we wait another day so we can potentially talk to Aebalan? Because Aebalan is being attacked by mushroom people. So we could go talk to him. He is on this island currently. We could go talk to him.
He's being attacked by mushroom people currently.
Currently, yes.
Oh, we may as well go and save him.
Well, he didn't want much saving last time we.
Yeah,
managed
that
to
was what
contact
I was
him.
more willing to let him sweat for a little bit, like Valente was saying. He was kind of rude the last time we tried to talk to him, and he's been a bit sassy with me through my messages I've been sending him, so I was going to let him sweat a little bit. But if you wish to rescue him, I will go with you. I just cannot promise that I will be of much use to you.
You should
Why don't
rest
we-
first.
Why don't we go see what the
probably
mushroom
best.
people want with him?
I think
They
to
want
kill him.
to kill mages.
Yeah.
They want to kill him. They're the same mushroom people who we killed the hag with. They
I don't-
simply want to kill mages.
I
So-
don't think they want to kill mages. I think they want to kill this mage because he destroyed their homeland and removed all of its essence and life force.
At the very
This
least,
is
they have
true.
an issue with magic users because of this particular magic user.
Yes.
Well,
They
why
were
don't
hostile to me?
I've heard tales of traveling through
Who
the
could be hostile to you?
Tricilia roots that link the trees of the and gardens of the world. Why don't we go and kill this wizard, Huthaedr sorcerer, gain the favor of the mushrooms, become their new lords,
Okay.
and then lead a fleet of mushroom ships and pirate Ignatian trading routes?
I like that
This-
idea.
That's something I could agree with. I'm down to do
Yeah,
that. Sure.
yeah,
But-
yeah.
But I must say again, I am not capable of doing so today. We would have to wait till tomorrow
There is
morning.
a
at the
distant
very least.
and the clouds start to come over the ship as a thunderstorm is moving in.
Do I have any
Starts to
settings?
rain.
left?
Is it-
No.
Is it sad to say I feel safer in a thunderstorm?
I listen to this kind of music when I go to sleep.
Like,
Oh,
I like
relaxing.
I feel like Cadborough will keep us from sinking, not our enemies, but
I don't think she's going to do the heavy lifting, but
Not the heavy lifting, but the seas are pretty treacherous in a storm. They do enough of the lifting, and Cadborough is not just going to let us sink.
Ricard, make a religion check, please.
Can I guidance myself? Because I believe in Mommy Cadborough's dragonness.
No, you cannot.
Damn.
Not for this.
Mama Cadborough, why?
Can I
There's a
retroactively?
specific reason.
I rolled a 13.
Okay. You hear in your head, at first, just like a distant voice kind of, and then you hear, what about me? And at that point, kind of within this thunderstorm that's coming in, there's this, and a 9-foot tall man in a green petticoat.
He's so hot.
let's go.
And a red
he's
cape
so
and
hot.
white
Oh my God.
gloves and white silver hair pushed back. He looks around, he looks at you, Ricard, and he says, I think I owe you a favor. Nice ship.
That's your line, Ricard.
Yeah. All right, well, till he's back. Hello, Huthaedr. It is a pleasure to see you again.
Hello. What
Well,
have all of you been up to? Causing a stir in the heavens.
We're just
whatever.
playing the odds.
Hi.
I
Have
like
we
that.
met or have you just met Chief?
Ricard and I have had some discussions.
Yes, and I don't believe I may have ever seen him personally, but I know of his work, and Rykard is one of those people, and has apparently been doing work with Rykard the entire time. So when I say good to see him again, it is
Wager
good to see him
is
again.
the word I would use.
It's work, but you said we're causing chaos in the heavens, so what exactly do you mean by that?
Well, I'm just thinking about the guy with the swords for hands. Have you guys seen this
that guy.
But
I have not seen him personally,
He
no.
killed Shinrin-yoku, you know. Chopped off their head. In the middle of the wilds. Protected by as much as it could be protected. And yet
I did not know that.
head is removed from its body. So, I was thinking, perhaps you guys seem pretty, I don't know, capable, involved. Could you keep him away from me?
What's it worth to you?
Worried your luck's running out?
My.
Not willing to
Favor
roll
for
the
a
dice
god.
by yourself anymore?
Oh, I am willing to roll the dice. Just, I need another hand involved. 2 hands always better than 1, you know?
Surely someone like you would be counting the cards.
Oh, I am. Why do you think I'm here?
It is
I
not
think
simply
my
a twist of
best
fate that you've arrived.
chances sit with you.
What did I miss when I DC'd?
But we're just a couple of jokers in the pack.
Stormbringers.
I thought you always had an ace up your sleeve.
Well, unfortunately, I am a man of my word. And I will admit when I have been wrong. Ricard. Damien, are you there?
I literally, my dog took the whole router to the middle of the living room, and I DC'd after I rolled, so I have no idea what's happening.
Huthaedr dropped into the middle of the ship and said that he owed you a favor.
I owe him a favor, or he owes me a
you
favor?
a favor.
So not only are you in debt to one of our friends, you are also asking for something else.
Well, do you want to know what the wager was? A little spicy. I bet against you. Going to be honest. Didn't think you guys would free the great dragon goddess. And look at us now, standing on her ship.
Oh, you guys to do this. This wasn't a secret.
Ricard, your friend, bet that you would release the dragon goddess Cadborough. And you did! Yay!
Ricard's gonna kind of have like a slight smile to this, looking kind of chuckle a little bit as he covers his mouth. Slight smile.
Doesn't it make you feel good that your friend bet on you? To release an evil sea dragon goddess?
To be fair, they weren't quite my friend yet, and I don't know if they would call me that now. Look at them a little curiously.
I wasn't there. I didn't contribute to that. I came in afterward, so
Can't
You
say I was either.
To be fair, though, bringing Cadborough back did bring you back to life. Isn't
Yeah.
that a friendly thing to do? I'll nudge him a
It
little
is.
bit. I'll nudge through him a little bit.
It is relatively friendly, but I would like to, if nobody else minds, I would like to at least hear out the man. You know, there's you might as well see the flop before you play the hand, if you know what I'm saying.
We'll hear you out, Lord of Luck. But first, I have a question for you.
I'm all ears.
And I'll produce Cadborough's chalice from my bag.
Where is yours?
Oh! Why would I tell you that?
Well,
What if we want to
Assumed
wager
we-
on it?
you'd be drinking wine from it in your Lux
No.
gambling
I'm
den.
nothing that tacky. Make a persuasion check.
I hate to bring this up, but after I DC'd, I'm kind of like, I'm locked out of the room.
You're locked out.
I'm
of
locked.
the
I'm locked out of the. I'm locked out of Foundry. Yeah, it won't let me back in. I can
And-
log.
Maybe
I can go to
just,
dungeon,
It
dude.
says you're in here. Maybe just try like closing and reloading.
I
it.
did. Try again, but
I'm going to tactical mine that as well for my last second wind of the day
Okay.
to make a
So-
25 on my persuasion.
Let's go.
So if he wants
Ulrich's never dripped more charisma in his life.
He's
actually,
absolutely-
we literally
Always
saw you
up.
now one 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, but listen,
Okay.
we can turn it back to good luck again.
He says, well, it's not a goblet, I'll tell you that. If you want it, come make a wager at the casino.
Wager that
You would stir them.
Sure.
And what's this worth to you?
I would... What do you mean, what's it worth to me? It's worth nothing to me. It's something that someone decided that we all had to have. I don't give a shit about it, but I also don't want you to touch it because I don't know what it really does.
What if we figure it out?
Don't know what
Controversial.
it does. Interesting. That is extremely fascinating information, actually, Cadborough. Huthaedr. It's
Are
late.
you okay?
This
is very
my
uncharacteristic
nose
of
starts
you.
bleeding. Just intense brain damage. No. This is very interesting. What did you have in mind?
Well, my wager
Okay.
originally was with Ricard, so I was hoping to make a wager with my little ghostly friend here.
That's fine. I always like to hear you out, though.
So, double or nothing. 2 favors, 1 more wager. And my wager to you, Ricard, would be that you will release the soul of your beloved that lives inside you to Commodore Goldentooth and let her rest. And should you do such a thing, I owe you nothing. If you hold on to her and deny him, which he will come to you, you will hold on to her and thereby your guilt forever. And I owe you 2 favors.
Okay, what if I just cash in my favor to help you, have you help me free her?
Well, I'm not sure that I'm capable of that. I could try. She might come
So
back
aren't
a
you
little
manager?
weird.
So what you're implying is that your favors are not very useful then. You
I'm
aren't going
god
to
of
help.
wager and trickery, not necromancy.
Though you do have some clout with the others of the divine nature, I assume. Or you could give me. Actually, I know a perfect favor you could fulfill. You could tell me all you know about
So
the
that's a
Oxus
no
fruit.
on the double or nothing. Is that what I'm sensing here?
I'm looking at the others. Do you really want to get into bed with Huthaedr?
Sounds like it's your business. He's not betting on us.
Hey,
Yep.
this has nothing to do with us. He wants to work with you, brother.
It's your wife.
Mm-mm.
I didn't marry her.
I'm not gonna wager on her.
I don't even know her.
Okay, fine. You want a favor? I'll give you a favor. What do you want?
I'm gonna cross my arms, like glare at him for a moment. I want you to find out and tell us that, or find out and tell us everything you know about the Oxycidus route. And
The
ascending.
Exodus route. Ugh, boring. You want me to research?
I don't think you would tell me the best information unless you did a little bit of legwork yourself.
Okay, you want to...
admittedly.
Oh, all right. You want to know the thing? This is going to be your favor. If this is where you want to know the thing, okay?
It better be comprehensive knowledge of the process to actually ascend in that case.
I'm going to give it to you, and this is all you're going to get, or else I will crush you like the flea that you are.
But then where will the fun be had?
Step on
I
me.
have had fun. The vagary that came to me, that chalice that you hold for Cadborough, the Shinrin Yoku's cup that you have, those are tokens that came to us after consuming the Oxydus root. Should you find a way to consume the Oxydus root, you will be given a token, and know that it may be a vulnerability in a crack in your armor, if you will. You feel that. Yes, you have a question.
I do have a question. I just was reverting to my school days. Who gave you this token? Do you know?
It is a good question. The Oxydus root itself, it seemed.
There was the root have a will of its
But
own.
there are gods before me, Shinrin-yoku, Sirach. Yet Shinrin-yoku has a token. Sirach, I do not know. Perhaps
And
he
there'll be
is the one.
gods! And there'll be gods after you as well.
Okay, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I mean, that.
If you are trying to find a way to consume the Oxydus root, you
That we are.
need powerful magic. Very powerful magic.
How powerful are we talking? Like, if you could put it on like a level between potentially 0 and 9?
1 and 20?
Yes, that too. Is there a specific number you could
Powerful
put it on?
enchantment magic on some type of syringe.
Strange.
On the
Syringe.
syringe.
It doesn't ring any bells, does it? I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
But write it down.
That's for one of you.
Google it.
writing it. Writing it.
And if you can enchant it to hold that amount of power, and you yourself have enough power to consume it, well, perhaps you could end up like me one day. What a glorious thing that would be,
Wouldn't be bad. You know, we could start out at your power level and just go up from there.
Listen, I know you guys got
Adrenaline.
beef, okay? I know you got beef with the gods, but you don't need to have beef with me. In all this, you know, go on, do what you will with the rest of
I'm
them.
sorry, you
Remember that
brought my
Huthaedr was
wife into
here.
this.
Oh, only because,
Okay.
you know, I believe that you will release her soul because you love her. Inside of you, she
say that with
rots, and she
say that
looks
with
for a
us.
way out.
She does look for a way out, but you shouldn't be so excited about it.
Yes, question.
Yes, I have another question. Sorry, I just figured it would be polite to raise my hand. Oh boy, I never thought I'd get this far. Okay.
Spit it out,
So-
ghost.
You're correct in that I don't have any beef with you. You are potentially crass and rude, and gambling is an unfortunate vice that many people suffer from, and you take advantage of them. However,
Thank you.
technically they do start that track themselves. It's an addiction. You're not exactly a good guy, but I wouldn't exactly call you a bad guy. You kind of you sit in the middle for me, and I don't have
just a
beef
guy.
with you.
Relatable god, to
Yeah,
be honest.
you're kind of a guy. You could use your power for good, and you choose not to, but you don't exactly use it for evil. I'm waffling a bit. My point is,
Chief,
I don't necessarily have beef with you. Do you have beef with him, Rykard?
I don't. I just won't wager
Right.
on her.
Are you saying
I'm not-
perhaps
oh,
that
I'm not making you
you'd
do that.
like to make a wager, Sheev Dragon?
No. No. I know more than well not to gamble with people more powerful than myself. My
Worked
question
out.
was,
C'est la vie.
if there were to be new deities who ascended, would you stay out of their way?
I don't give a shit who ascends or descends. Leave me my casino and all of my lovely addicts and wagers. We will have no problems.
I do think in a.
But I will warn you, it's not as easy as you might think. And you must be powerful to consume something like the Oxidus root. And, no offense, but some of you could put on some muscle.
Is it a matter of
Insight
strength?
check on who he's looking at when he says that.
Yeah, actually, I can't believe a god is throwing shade on our ship.
This is Huthaedr. He's the best. I love him so much. He's my favorite.
Fashion
The
sense, at
library
least.
is open.
Ah,
Insight, right? Okay. Disadvantage, because of course
16.
that's a 6. Yeah, I feel you, Toby. I feel you. Dude.
Yeah. Valente, his eyes definitely go over to Sheev and then makes eye contact with you, actually.
He doesn't like
Is it a
lizards.
matter of strength, Huthaedr? Is it a matter of intelligence? What is, while we're here and asking the question that followed that my friend Ricard here asked?
It's hard to say. Try it. Find out if you die. Didn't work.
I've already died once, so it's happened to me before. It would not be a new feeling for me. All right.
Yes, you've got a few here that have, heart's no longer beating.
Yeah. Yeah, we do, don't we? Oh man.
Well,
Oh man.
it's been lovely.
Wait!
Yeah, oh, yes?
I would like a wager with you, if you may.
Oh, yes. Go on now.
I wager, and I'll peg my back, this Serachian blade blessed by Serac himself. I call it Serac's Great Sword. In
So
return,
creative.
for an imbued sword of your own might, Lord of Luck and Gambles. The wager, I bet I can make you laugh.
Oh, that is interesting.
I'm gonna guidance him as I see this wager. He's gonna start
Make
wagering, I
a
guess, before a
persuasion
deal's
check.
made. I'm guidancing you, Ulrich. Actually, can I bardic, Ulrich?
Sure. Yeah. You're not gonna
You
have
get
to do
one.
something inspiring, though. Like, you're gonna play a song or something?
I'm gonna do what? I mean, I have. Ulrich, I do believe you're in your grandest of. Ulrich, you got this. I believe in your ability to decide what a good deal and a bad deal is. You just need to use your brain. Give him a nice look, give him a thumbs up, and a high five.
What do you say, Lord of Luck? Do you want to roll the dice?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Sparky, I'm not a music playing bard. I'm just a bard that plays a harmonica every now and then.
That was
and touches
inspiring.
his
You
playing
got
card
this.
deck.
Thumbs up, high five.
I'm just thinking of like bardic.
work on me.
Uh,
An 11.
Bardic,
Yeah,
bardic,
there you go.
man.
And plus a bardic.
Plus the bardic. What's your bardic level, my friend?
We're a D8.
D8.
Please be a 4 or more. Yes. An 18.
That's not bad. It's not
Yeah.
bad.
My
It's
wife
good,
is inside
actually.
of you and giving you the strength to roll well. You've been possessed by her spirit.
My wife.
Well, okay. Here's what to say. I don't mind the exchange. I can make you a sword 10 times that little piddly dagger you've got in your hands. But the wager I'm not excited about. I'm easy, you know, not hard to make me laugh. But I will wager you something else. Tell me where your group is headed next.
That's
What
quite
the-
valuable information. Wait a minute, Rick. Before you continue, you know what you're
come
asking
on,
for.
you
of
know you want
course.
to tell me.
You're in the most sociable of places, the casino with loose lips. You know how valuable such information could be, especially with enemies of
Listen,
Cadboro.
I'm a god. I will find out where you are going regardless. But if you could tell me in advance, it would make things a little bit easier.
Well, we can also do you one better. We could also tell you the routes of Ignatian shipping lanes. You know, if you want to smuggle some of that fine wine, drink, substances to your casino without it being seized.
Shipping? No. I have my own associations and affiliations with Ingnasia. I'm not interested in the
Damn it.
false information you have to give me.
We'll tell you where we're going for. What are we gonna return? The rest of us should get something. Out
A
of this deal.
sword!
We'll share a sword. We'll share the sword. We'll take turns.
I want a sword.
My
Is it
wager is,
Like I can hold the sword.
regardless of where you may go, let's say you head to go see, one of the other gods. On your journey there, one of you is going to die. If that becomes true, Ulrich, you get your sword.
Wait, one of
Wait,
us has to die to
one
get
of
a
us has
sword?
to die
Wait,
for you to
alright,
get your sword.
I'm gonna.
Wait,
No.
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
It's
That is
basically a kidnapping.
incentivizing Ulrich to directly kill one of the party. If
Do you think he would
No
do
one-
such a
Use your
thing?
brains. I'm
Look
gonna
at
slap
that
him on the back of the
face.
neck.
You see Ulrich, you see him weighing up in his head, and he goes, "Yeah."
I'm gonna.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm
They're
I'm
incentivizing you
slapping
to
the back
kill
of
one
his
of us.
head. He's getting slapped in the back of the head with a big fat old whop.
And what is the time frame of this until we reach land on the mainland?
Until your next location. I predict that in your next sailing expedition, it will be a tough one.
And this sword, describe it to us.
Oh, it will be the luckiest sword in all the land.
Oh,
Does it match the cape? I might need to use that sword on weekends.
And what do you get if one of us fails to perish?
If you stay alive, you owe me something. I'll decide.
But
a
no,
little
don't make
favor.
this deal.
Feels like
Don't
all
leave
the
it
whole
open-ended.
deal.
Do not leave the deal open-ended. It's the worst possible thing.
So if one of us doesn't die, you get a cool.
Oh my
Did you say
god!
deal? Did you just
Yes.
say deal?
Yes, he fucking did.
He reaches out a massive white gloved hand to shake yours.
Alright,
and I
this
go
is
and shake the hand.
such a bad idea.
Lovely.
There's no win scenario in this.
What if we
Well-
just kill Ulrich now?
This all seems fair to me. I bid you all adieu. Do have a lovely journey on your next leg.
Before you
Goodbye.
go, people say that gambling ruins lives, but it actually brought our family closer. We now live in a one-bedroom apartment.
DM, I want to roll medicine to check something.
Okay.
Oh my god.
This
I
guy
wanna-
gets it, and Huthaedr disappears.
All right, so Ulrich, can you come here for a moment? We're going to stop your heart for about a minute to win this bet.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Unless we
Ulrich?
want to actually kill him.
Ulrich, my friend. I am so happy to have you back. It's genuinely a pleasure. However, you just left the other end of a bargain with a god open-ended for him to decide what he takes if you lose. Do you understand what you have just done?
He won't
Not only
lose.
that, if you win, one of us die. How is
Well, I actually have a thought about that, Quinn, and I have a thought about that. But
Are you
I wanted to hear Ulrich first. Ulrich.
Steve, my friend. Looking
Yes.
back at the last few months, if one thing's been made clear, is that Lady Luck smiles upon me, and we never lose. There are ways that we can go around this. I've got a few ideas.
I did technically die, which is a pretty big L.
Okay,
But,
so let's break all of this down. He died.
but-
He got arrested in front of me, and now one of you are gonna die again, or he's gonna have to owe a god something. Am I getting this all?
Yeah,
Yes.
We don't. Do we have any resurrection magic between
No.
us?
no?
Uh,
Uh, oh, we don't. But I have an idea. And he left before I could ask about specific terms. Now, technically, we could just kill Ecrius. He's part of the party. We could just
Yeah.
kill him.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Guys,
Or the horse.
Who you wanted
horse-
that, Captain?
The
I see now.
horse is part of the party as well. Could we not kill the horse?
Oh wow!
I think killing the
Listen.
horse.
Listen.
Draw the line. That's where I draw the line.
So, would you rather die or the horse die?
I can excuse murdering the innocent child artificer, but the horse? That's fucking too far.
What about Herc? Huh? What about Herc?
Hurk is extremely useful. I don't want to kill him.
Herc is
He's old though. He's pretty old, I think.
He's true. He may die of natural causes. Not
Leo is just signing his death warrant.
What if he dies of old age on the trip? That would be fucking perfect. That would be so good. So since you've been gone, Clark, we've suggested killing Ecrius and the horse, and also having
Ulrich
Herc die of
got the
old
line.
age to fulfill our bargain. So
You guys got it all figured out. Yeah, what if it's Ulrich? Then what
Actually,
happens
oh my god.
So he said someone has to die.
Yeah.
I'm already dead.
Well, on the trip. So
he did say on the trip.
I mean,
yes,
I'm just gonna
I'm
lay
trying
down
to
on the
play
ground.
within the
I'm
specifics
dead.
of his wager. Within the specifics of his wager, part of our party would include Ecrius, Herc, and the horse. So
Kill the horse.
Not the horse.
Also, you guys remember how I went to Zurich and I got brought back to life, and we may be
Yeah.
going to Zurich. If that should happen, maybe.
I mean, Cadbro might lend a hand. She might enjoy fighting.
yeah, maybe. Hey,
Ophelia?
hey, Cosmoro, would you bring back somebody to life if we killed them to fulfill a wager?
But I think she would sooner burn us to a
It's
crisp
fine.
You guys
for
can
wasting
get
her
a
It's
time.
cleric.
Okay.
You have
Yeah.
made the deal in spite of everything telling you not to, and we
Can-
should
can-
deal with this later.
I
don't
think
Yeah.
we can figure a way around this. I don't think we should make any rash decisions, and a deal's a deal.
Holding a knife to Actress's throat.
No, sorry.
We have made a rash decision in taking this deal, and by we I mean Ulrich. But your point is, your point is well said, Valente. We don't need to solve this problem day one.
I
No.
thought
We
I made
could
that deal.
use the point of never really docking, so that we would always be on the sea.
I don't think trying to cheat our way out of the information we're supposed to provide is the way.
Does
I'm
anyone
sorry,
have
who do you
the ability-
think you're dealing
Excuse me, it's the god of trickery. Of course, cheating is always the way.
Yeah,
Whoa,
wait,
whoa, whoa.
it's good. He would be offended if we didn't try to cheat. I think. To
any
be
of you-
honest with you.
Do any of you spellcasters? Now, my knowledge of magic is limited. Forgive me. Do any of you spellcasters have an ability to instill a death-like state? A feigned death?
Do I have that
I
one?
can hit you over the head.
I actually wait. Let me check. I might be able to do that. I might be able to help you.
I don't think I have it. I don't think I took it for this character.
All
Is
right,
there any
yeah.
way You could learn to feign death.
I might be able to if we did a
Good.
bit of a ritual to commune with the spirits. They might be of aid here.
But I also think, yes, cheating is necessary and should be done, but I don't think that level of trickery will work on a god. I have a
You
feeling
might find
he
it
would not.
amusing. I think you'd find it amusing.
But that would, yes, but he said it himself. He would find everything amusing. He's easy to make laugh, but I don't think that will save you in terms of seeing out this deal.
Okay,
So-
guys, I'm out of character this for a second. If we did a ritual, we can do. I can get feign death or revivify, so we can do both. We have options to either or. If we kill him and bring him back ourselves.
Well, let's give it a couple days, and then we'll. Just because we don't want him to think that we've pulled one over his eyes, pulled the wool over his eyes.
Let it simmer a little bit, is what you're saying.
I
And
think
let
it'd be
a few-
impressive.
Yeah.
It'd be impressive how quickly we thought of a plan around this. Well, still doing-
Revivify. What does Revivify do again?
when you die, we bring you back.
Brings you back from true death.
It's a very short window, and if not taken careful, you will just be dead forever.
Yeah, that's the issue. Again, I don't know too much about magic. I thought it was the one that could turn me into a dwarf, but it's not. This one has a minute windows that are a bit tight. What if he just gloats
Yeah.
and then I just die for good?
Okay, but I think Valenti's right. We should plan what we're doing first, then figure this out on the way. Because
Yeah.
No, I was kinda getting-
I'm gonna yell over the side of the ship. How long left till we can sail?
One of them just grunts, like a couple hours. We can go a little
Alright,
bit
thank you.
faster if you pay us more.
Well, it doesn't work that way.
My pockets are a little thin.
Okay.
I have a question about lower. I mean, we could pay you more if you guys didn't need to eat. Do you need food?
We do need food eventually, but
How
we
unfortunate.
can,
Seems like a
work
skill
through
issue to me.
lunch.
We don't want you to work through lunch, but if we didn't need to pay you, you could get more money. Like me in particular, I don't eat.
We can
I
get it
just
done
work.
in like an hour and a half, 2 hours if you double the pay for the last hour. You guys were paying them 4 gold a day each.
So what
So
you're
how
saying
much?
is you can.
How much? Well,
Really?
cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
What did we?
That is extortionate.
That's
That's
literally like a
extortion
year's. That's a
in
year's wages.
lore. However,
How much is a soldier's wage? I would know that as an Ignatian knight. Like
That's
an average
your gold
jarhead
Soldier?
Ignatian soldier. Yes, yeah, like a daily soldier's wage.
Yeah, maybe like a couple gold a week.
a week.
Mm.
Oh, God.
Listen, you are compensated far better than any other dock worker on this island.
Oh, any other dock worker? Why don't you just go get any other dock worker to work on Cadboro's cursed ship then? We're the only guys who are willing to come over here and do this for you.
Dude,
Hang
fixing
on
your
a
god's
minute.
ship would look fantastic in your resume, so don't give me that lip.
yes, what
Okay,
do you mean by
Resume? What's a resume?
Can I roll intimidation?
Searching for another job.
Okay, DM. I want a guidance, intimidate myself, and I have an
Okay, you can
idea
roll
here.
intimidation.
intimidate yourself?
Not much. I'm guiding. I'm
You
intimidating
can
them,
take
bro.
advantage with Ulrich helping you out here.
So you had the audacity to come aboard a ship for Cadboro and now try to extort us. What would happen if we just, spoke, we communed with Cadboro and told her to make sure every ship you guys touch or work on is sunk? What would happen if the
and
god of the
roll
storm and you
intimidation.
scared her wrath? I'm gonna
Yeah.
add the D4 for guidance too. I'm going big with this one. I'm going big scary.
Yeah, punk.
Yeah. Again, the God is not on my side with this roll. That punk only hurt me in the end.
He says, I'd rather you don't. Listen, we just came over here to do the work. If you don't want us to do the work, we won't do it.
Finish the work, and do it as fast as you can.
We'll do it. They go back to hammering on the side of the
I'm
ship.
glaring. I'm watching. I'm ready to.
They do look
Rated.
definitely a little frightened of you and your dead eyes.
Popeye, enough.
What's the plan,
It's like an
Sans?
old dog.
I need to rest because I'm fucking destroyed right now. I have to rest. But before I go do that, we should decide what we're planning to do. Do we want to stay another day and resupply, possibly go find Aebalan, and then leave, or do we want to leave and head for Torar? Do we want to head to the boneyard with this new cool map we have? It would probably take longer than the weeks we have actually allotted, so we probably can't do that one. Do we want to go gamble at Butterbeard's Casino? Like, what exactly do we want to do?
We can get up early and do all of the things before noon, and then we leave.
Okay.
How about that?
And then, but we should decide where leaving entails, where we should leave to before we do anything else.
Well, my vote is for north towards Brass Hollow, but ultimately it's up to the captain, I guess.
We'll vote on
Valenti,
this.
we'll vote. Yes, Leo wants to go north. Valenti, where would you like to go?
Good question. I'm good with going north. Butterbeard sounds exciting, but
Exciting,
a
but not
sensible-
necessarily useful. All right.
not a sensible
Hollow?
destination for now.
Ulrich, where do you think we should go?
I think we should ally ourselves with the mushroom people and raid some Ignatian sea lanes. Oh, just go north. I'm easy.
I will also vote for north. Rykard, do you have any objections? Is the word I'm looking for to be forever to get there. Any objections to this course of action?
Well, I don't have any particular. I don't think anything. I don't have any problems with us heading there, though it will not benefit me.
Yeah, it could benefit you. You could become a god. Anyway, Press Hollow is fine for Rykard, Rickard, and then Gwyn. Captain.
I believe
Captain.
I believe if we want to stay in the vicinity to make Ulrich's deadline in 6 weeks, it would not only help our image, or at least our notoriety, to make use of the shipping lane maps that we found and drum up some, talk, but also some gold. Because I can tell you firsthand, pirating is a lucrative business, and with the crew we've got here, we could get some shit done.
I'm down to raid shipping lanes, as Ulrich said. If there's Ignatian ships to loot on the way, fuck yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it.
All right, it is settled. Then, all right.
All right.
Wonderful.
Do we want to save the mushroom people or subject them?
Yes,
I guess?
but we should do that tomorrow. We should do that tomorrow. And if Aebalan's dead, whatever, it's fine. We can talk to mushroom people.
We can loot his corpse.
He
I
was a dick
also,
to me.
when I went underground to meet Surak, I also met some mushroom people, but they were much nicer.
Well, these mushroom people were very nice. They just wanted to kill like mages. They're nice to other people.
Sure.
I thought the mushroom person we spoke to was a fun guy.
He was a fun guy.
There was mushroom on the ship.
All right. Well, before I take psychic damage from the ridiculousness, Sheev is gonna go start resting.
So you
'cause
guys,
he needs
like,
to get
it's
rid of
like
his exhaustion levels.
maybe like 1 p.m. So you have the whole rest of this day, but if you like You can kind of just hang around the ship, do some, downtime stuff, go through the loot. Is there anybody that wants to have a couple of conversations before you guys call it?
I do, but I
would
have to
like
do
it's not. I don't want to.
so.
I don't need a conversation. I would like to go into town and find a lockpicking set for myself,
Sure.
just to have.
Okay, make an investigation check to see
Okay.
how long this takes you to do so.
Can I buy some new armor out of the ship budget?
Probably.
I mean, depends. What
I
you're
need
buying.
I mean, do I look like I can wear armor like this big guy over here?
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
just thinking I was thinking of going big, some studded leather armor.
If you want to come with me, I'll look around for armor as well too. If you want me to roll again for that.
Somewhat.
We can use that. You do. Okay. Sorry, what were you looking for?
Ricard is looking for armor, and I will also do that. See if I can find anything better than what I've got, and also looking for a lockpicking tool set.
Okay. Yeah. You kind of make your way off the ship as this conversation settles down a little bit, and you go through Sirac Square and into Merchant Row, where you find a small armorer shop where there is a half-orc woman behind the counter, and she sets you up with a couple of lockpicking kits. And you said, what type of armor are you looking for? Okay.
Ricard wanted leather, something light, I believe.
Studded leather?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, studded leather.
What's the price point on studded and unstudded?
Studded is more expensive.
Right.
It's better though.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we got
So-
an Ulrich. Spend all of our money on armor. Just buy plate armor right now, Ulrich. I dare you.
I've got the best armor for me.
Oh, do you? You're not gonna go plate?
I'm wearing half plate, otherwise I lose my movement speed from Bob.
Hmm. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so she says that she give you the two studded leather armors, and three lockpicking kits for 150 gold. That's the deal she makes you. Offer she makes you.
One moment. I can contribute 35 gold towards this, Ricard, if you want to contribute some of your own, and then we'll pool from the party fund for the rest.
Sure. Said how much you're putting in?
35.
I'll put the last. I think it's 10 more gold. I think it's 45 gold, or how much?
It's
For
150
150
gold total for 3 lockpicking kits and 2 sets of studded leather armor.
I have 38 gold, so I'll put that in the table.
Okay, so
I would also like a buckler or a heater shield of some kind. Just a left-handed shield, please.
Okay, so you guys pay with part of your money and then part of the party fund?
Yeah.
Yep. So far we've got 73, 35 from me, 38 from Ricard.
Okay, so just make sure you mark it on the party fund.
Yeah, I'm running
but
it
yeah,
down.
it's an okay deal. She passes.
I
it
don't feel
over.
like haggling.
And you can find a shield. Ulrich, she takes you around to. There's a wooden one, just kind of a basic. Looks like it's pretty agile. And then there's also a steel one. She tells you that the wooden one is 10 gold, and the steel one is going to be 45.
Is the wooden one metal rimmed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do. Thank you.
Yeah. You pass it over the gold. You should get it to you with a come again. Anyone else want to do any shopping and get anything?
I would have asked them to go looking for some healing potions.
Oh,
Or
great idea. Let's do
Maybe
that.
other potions as well if they find some that sound fun.
I guess I'll. I guess we would have taken a sum with it. I guess we should check out a magic shop. I'm not saying we buy anything. If they have one here, might as well look. You know.
Okay.
Sure.
The armor. Before we leave, does it look like she has any Serakian steel items at all?
You ask that, and she says, "We don't carry that shit here."
Fair. Have a nice day.
But you guys can look around for a magic shop. Make an investigation check, whoever you want to, with advantage.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you do that. I don't have great investigation.
I was trying to be a wizard substitute when ours died. I rolled a 12. God hates me.
Well,
Oh, that's why my int is. So I was like, why is it only a +1? I'm expertise in history. That's why my history is so high.
Mm.
My int's so awful.
Yeah, but you've been around the world, that's why.
Call me a hoe.
Just in, in spirit.
I didn't
Well
get caught
traveled.
for it this time. The last campaign.
You guys do kind of walk through the streets. And you go up and down through Merchant Row. And you're like, there's got to be a magic shop in this place somewhere. But it takes a little while for you guys to find. But eventually you do find a little shop kind of off an alleyway. And there are like these purple curtains over the door. And a bell chimes as you guys walk in. And it's like this heavily rugged room with several scroll cases all along the floor and parchment on the walls and vials of bright liquid in shelves.
At first, I was getting brothel vibe.
There is a very strong smell of like skunkiness. You guys know it's like a wilda, which in this world is weed, but in this world it's called wilda.
work.
But there's nobody at the counter currently.
Is there a bell? Something I can hit?
Yeah, there's a bell. You can try to ding
I'm
on
gonna
it.
flick it.
And a older elven woman steps out. She's wearing like this kind of scantily clad robe. She's got really long, unbrushed hair. And she says, "Oh, welcome to my shop. Lovely to see you here. What can I help you with?"
We're in the market for some potions, specifically healing, and we're also interested in hearing anything else you may have.
Anything else?
Well, sell us. What have you got that you think we'll find useful?
Got any sales?
Certainly. I have healing potions. I have potions of all varieties. If you are a caster, I have spell scrolls from all over Root Coast.
Yeah, we
I'm gonna
just
look
the
at the
other
card.
two that's here.
Something
Do you have a
specifically
spell
looking
scroll
for?
of? Do you have a spell scroll of shield?
She kind of thinks, and she comes up from behind the counter. It's like a long skirt around bare feet. She starts going through some of them, and she pulls out one. Yes, shield.
No, I'm a stupid knight. Okay.
Could
Will
it
I be able to
be?
use them? Oh. Of middling intellect, middle of the road, straight down the middle of the road intellect. Would I be able to use this?
She kind of
You think-
steps back a little bit and looks you up and down. Well, you can certainly try. It's hard
Yeah,
to
that's good.
say.
That's good enough for me. I'll grab that.
Okay. 75 gold for you, knight.
That's a one-time
see-
use of shield.
You see, you see Ulrich fish around in his purse. Okay, give me a second, and nod to the others who are still shopping.
Okay.
Any sales? Till he gets his money?
Oh, I'll have you something to exchange. I'm always interested in oddities that travelers pick up.
Oh, I meant did you have any sales of the week?
Of the Wilda,
Of the what?
what are you looking for?
Do you
Oh,
have any
good.
sales in this establishment? I went to another magic shop. I think it was Fazzy's Bargains. wand emporium, and he had like a 1-for-1 special, but one of the wands was bent, and I heard someone got a nasty fireball to their feet one time.
Well, I would say my prices are fair. I don't feel the need for specials or sales. Everything from my shop is special.
That's admirable.
I'll give you a good
Your
price,
healing
though.
potions?
Yes, I have healing potions. They are 35 gold each here, darling. And Knight, if it's tough on the affordability, I would give it to you for 65 gold.
That's very kind of you.
What if we do a bulk order? What if we do 6 healing potions and the shield? You knock off 10 GP for the shield and 5 GP for each potion. So 30 per potion and 55 for the shield.
I want to
Make
use
Make
one
a
of my features
persuasion
here, man.
check.
I
I
would
wonder-
also say, I'm so sorry, Ricard, could we swap them for greater healing potions instead of just healing potions? I feel like we may have outgrown healing potions.
I do have of the greater variety.
And how much are those?
45 gold. But let's say, you want 6 of them? 6 greater healing potions? That's almost my entire stock.
Oh, we could do 3.
Do 3.
I'll give you 3 at 40 gold each, plus the price of the scroll, all in for 165 gold. How does that sound?
Pretty good.
I quickly hand over 35 gold coins, which is all I have. On me.
Okay.
I have a horse.
You said 65?
35.
35. And the total was 165?
Yeah.
I have a potion of healing. God, that's been in my bag for a long time. I'll keep that. I'll keep hold of that. God.
We'll just cough up 130 from the party fund. If that's okay with everyone.
Sounds good to me. I think it's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Anything else I can do for you? Do tell me where you've come from. I like to keep track of all the visitors in my shop.
I'm gonna narrow my
My-
eyes a little bit.
My mother.
Mine too.
I have a guest book, if you'd like to sign it. And she puts on this big dusty book onto the counter.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but no artifacts. I'll flash my signet ring before pulling my hand away and a little Basilev.
Yeah. Ulrich may be of common intellect, but it sounds very suspicious. I want to do an insight check
Sure,
on
go
the
ahead.
ask of the signature.
I'm gonna use my feature too. I want to pop my telepathic to read her surface thoughts. I do not have to use any components if I use it because I have the feat.
Okay.
A 19 on the insight check.
Do you need to roll anything for that, or is it just...
That's if I want to probe deeper. I'm not gonna probe deeper as of yet. I'm just gonna read her surface thoughts.
Okay. Or it seems she seems innocuous. It seems like innocent. That she genuinely wants you guys to sign her guest book. Ricard, she is thinking very curious group here. Wonder where a group like this could come from. I can't help myself. I do hope they sign. Oh, it would be lovely to have signatures of theirs.
Bro, she's either a fucking pro or she's just a very nice woman. Either way, she's
Not
getting my
fucking
signature.
You-
She's getting my signature.
Okay, how are you signing it? Are you signing it Ulrich von Pusk, Ulrich, smiley face?
Love Ulrich. I won't do my last name.
There's a place like it says your name and then city and date. Are you filling out any of that information? And you can see as you look above, like there are several guest names. You see some from Grok, you see some from Wooden Peak, you see some from Kilima, kind of from islands, Port Kilau.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be his style not to fill in the form. So yeah, Ulrich. You know what? Ulrich von Pask, Ignacia, and today's date.
Okay, sounds good. It's
Dude,
like you're
it's
writing
fr-
with a quill, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know, not something that Ulrich does a lot, for sure.
I guess I'll fill it out too. I'll take the goal after him and fill it out in like fine cursive. I'll put Ricard Vasilev with like a super accented V at the end, really
Okay.
like an extra long V, and I'll fill in everything where I'm from.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll sign it for shits and giggles. But I just signed 2 initials, TF.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to inquire about, magic item wise, perhaps? Any of you? I'll look.
I'm good.
I guess out of curiosity, would you have any ways to procure food magically or grow it? Or water, perhaps?
may have something of the sort. And she says, just give me a moment. And she goes into the back room, and you hear like a bunch of stuff like flying, and her looking through a bunch of stuff. And she comes back a couple moments later, and she's holding it's like a ceramic vase with a long neck. It looks like to be a decanter of some kind. And she says, this is a decanter of endless water. Produces streams, fountains, geysers.
I think this would be a useful investment for the ship.
Yeah.
No?
Cool. I mean, how much?
I have had this jug for a little while. I would give it to you for 175 gold.
Okay.
These are not
How long have you had
common.
this?
About a year. Sailor brought
About a
it
year.
in. Very handsome sailor.
And in that time, how many offers have you had on this jug?
I have showed it to a few people. Not many, though, come in here asking about water and food. More so about lust and power.
So it's safe to say this isn't quite up the alley of what your usual patrons are looking for.
It
In
is
which case,
not.
we can infer that maybe such a high selling point is not perhaps in your best interest. If you would offer it to us for 125, I think we could take it off your hands.
I'm sorry, ladies. Just don't mean to interrupt the bartering, but what are we gonna do with this?
You have to
Ricard's
drink.
might be useful.
We won't have to procure water supplies for anyone on the ship. It'll save us a little bit of time, effort. You work in the kitchen the most, it'll save you the most time. We'll
Okay,
purify the drinking water.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm sold. Sorry.
She says to you, Gwen, I see your point of view, but this item is also incredibly rare. Who is to say that someone doesn't come in tomorrow looking for this exact item, and I've sold it for
But-
less than it's worth?
But none
Which is
of
the
them
nature
will
of
be us.
business. You must take a gamble on every customer who walks through the door. If someone comes in looking for this exact item for 300 gold pieces tomorrow, then that's a risk you must take. You also run the risk of never finding anyone else interested in this and losing out on 150 gold pieces right now.
And we're very thankful.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
And we signed your book.
You did
And we
sign my book.
Persuasion, you said?
Yeah, with
Okay.
advantage.
I'm not great at this.
You're special. You got the signature of nobility.
Fuck. Damn.
8. She says, I will give it away for 150 gold.
Gonna look back at my companions to see what they're see if I could keep pressing this. What do you guys think?
Her lexicon disturbs me.
And I'm
I
gonna
think.
Give it away.
Brand
It
new
is a little bit.
sentences.
I'll
Don't like it when
Correct.
words have more than 3 syllables. Don't like it.
She's like Eminem.
She didn't seem harmful, Ulrich.
Multi-syllabic rhyming.
I'm gonna say well, I appreciate your willingness to barter with me on this. I do appreciate it. If we could go a bit further, I think 130 would be more than fair.
No, I don't think so. But if you change your mind, you know where I'll be.
Which gold do we have left? Whisper in my ear, Gwen.
We have so much gold. After okay, sorry, out of character real quick. I did
3,431.
the math. You have so much gold.
I thought we only had like 300.
No.
No.
No, 3,000.
I'm not sweating this trip.
No, we're fine.
Yeah.
I just
I've
wish
been-
I wasn't exhausted and could be there to buy some fucking spell scrolls.
Dude,
That's what I want.
I've been feeding you guys rice and beans for weeks. I had
No,
no
we have money,
idea
bro.
we were so rich.
I just updated the party. I just updated the party fund. I'm keeping track of it now, and I can edit the message if we need to.
How much do we have on the ship, Sparky, for like food and water?
I mean, we could also resupply that.
I don't
we're
know the
fine.
exact number, but I think it's in the ship stats on Foundry.
Yeah,
I hope no one gets dehydrated.
and we don't even need to eat, like Damien. We don't have to eat, so we're only feeding 4 party members, and then we'll kill the horse to fulfill the deal. So no horse feeding, and then
What about the
we've
crew,
got
though?
Acreus and Berg.
Okay,
so-
I have an idea. What if we pay you the original price of 175, and you throw in a spell scroll?
I'm gonna walk away.
Do you have any magic items for brave fighters, brave warriors?
She says to you, Gwyn, I could do such a thing. Level 1
Okay.
spell.
Yeah, one spell. Is there? I have no idea what. Do either of you have any idea what something she would want is?
Yeah, we could give her a chalice.
I'm gonna whisper
Oh.
telepathically because I know about spell scrolls to an extent. I do think it's going to be rough giving Shiv something good when your wiggle room is about the weakest form of magic. I don't think she's going to give you anything valuable for like 30 gold.
Yeah, but
She said throwing a spell scroll. She didn't
Make
specify
it
what. Stats.
Magic missile is the apex of all spells.
No, I have that.
She says, if we want to make this deal, I'd like to keep it a little mystery. But I'll give you something that you like.
Yeah, I'd like a.
You know what? In the spirit of gambling, we've had some luck recently, and
Fans of Huthaedr, are you?
you could say that.
Good friends.
Yeah, let's go for it. We'll do a mystery spell scroll and the
Mystery
jug of eternal water.
Okay. For
For
175? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In exchange, she bows her head. She says to you, Ulrich, something for a brave warrior, you say?
Yeah.
Let me take a moment and roll
Sorry, so we're
a
taking
D100.
real quick. We're taking away 175 to pay for what
The jug and a
specifically?
mystery spell scroll. Yeah.
Okay, what's the jug exactly?
It produces fresh water forever.
It's
Okay.
a decanter of endless water.
Sure.
Cool, so I can put that in. Well, I don't want to put it in the party.
It does
inventory.
have stats if it is that is
Ah.
efficient material.
Cool.
Decanter of endless water.
I've got a 43.
Okay.
I thought of something I do want to now. No. I'm just sorry, guys.
When you walk into the magic shop gets you.
Without the wizards.
Without the wizards, too.
the wizards.
She
I
comes
didn't
back
really-
a few minutes later, Ulrich, and she says, you know, the Knights of Rhybohr were in here a couple days ago and really, had their way with my weapons. But I do have this. And she takes out from behind her back. It's a ivory boomerang. And she says, this is more powerful than you might think. Could come in handy in a pinch.
A throwable blunt instrument that returns to you. I feel like that's pretty dope.
Yeah. Do you know if I'd have to if I could just lob it, or would I have to be a bit more finesse and dexterous when I use it?
If you are proficient with the javelin,
Oh yes,
then
very.
you should
very-
be able to use this.
Okay. A javelin strength. They're pretty sure they are, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. You know what, lady? You sold me. How much?
It's Debella, and I'll sell you the boomerang for 145 gold.
What do we think, guys? We kill the horse. Horse stew. Save on rations.
Listen, I think we're in a good spot. We're about to go make some more cash if, all things go according to plan. So,
Yeah, I think we did find some interesting stuff too. I think we deserve a little little shopping day between the three of us.
Yeah, we do.
Well, I'm gonna put my hand in front of me. We'll do like a little fist bump circle if you guys want. Do you have any instruments, mayhaps?
Sorry, are you taking the boomerang?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you exchange
absolutely.
145, and as you look at it a little bit closer, like it's this hand carved ivory, and it has a language on it that is not familiar to you. You guys can, like, Ricard, you could make an investigation check if you want to look at it, or a history check.
I will.
For a history check, yeah.
History
You can
check.
roll a history check, Ulrich, as well. But it immediately looks different than what you would expect. It's got kind of some weird symbols. Okay, you both kind of look at each other and make this realization at the same time that it's some type of druidic on the boomerang.
Oh. Okay.
I'm pretty sure the wizards. One of them has comprehend languages.
Do you want me to read this for you? Well,
Yeah,
actually,
please.
wait, let me double check the spell first. Actually, this is not the one that gets me written languages. Never mind. This is the one that lets me speak any language.
Do you know what it says on the boomerang?
You're asking the lady?
Yes, yes.
She says, no. I speak Elvish and Common.
Oh, I'm sold.
And we'll hand over the gold for it. I don't think we'll bother bargaining.
Okay. Are you reading it, Ricard? Are you casting a spell?
Yeah, I can't use tongues for it. That's for me
Only
speaking languages.
spoken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Do they have any instruments out on display?
Instruments?
Indeed.
There's some alchemy kits.
I meant actual instruments.
Oh, gotcha. Not instruments for science and magic.
My she.
You can ask her. There isn't any that you can see.
Do you have instruments or?
She says, I believe I may have a lute or a harp in the back.
A lute.
A lute? Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to the back. And she brings back a lute. It's kind of this burnt orange color, and two of the strings are broken. She says, I'm not exactly sure of the qualities that this has. I took it off a bard after a performance. Could be powerful.
Yeah.
Might be junk. I'll sell it to you for 25 gold.
It could be worse. You know what? I'll take that gamble.
All right.
we probably could have gotten that for 15.
I didn't I do think she deserves a little bit more money because she's been quite a lovely host so far. Am I wrong? I'll lean over like the table and like give her a nice little smile, flashing my blue eyes.
Make a charisma check.
31,
Ow.
natural 20.
She says, "Oh, it has really been lovely. It's been a while since I've had anyone in here that excites me.
Likewise.
Do return before you leave."
Okay, Ghost Boy.
Will do.
Aren't you married?
Bless her. I was at a time.
Like this
I'm gonna.
moment, she's like, "Oh, of course. It's always how it goes."
I'm not. Unfortunately, she died, and it hasn't quite been the same. But
"Oh, I'm sorry." And she reaches across a hand and takes yours. "I'm so
I'll,
sorry to hear that."
I'll give her hand a squeeze. I'll telepathically say to Ulrich, "This means nothing to me. I'm trying to get us a discount for when we come back." My darling. She was lovely, but she pales in comparison to your beauty. But
Oh,
alas, I must go for now. I'll be back for you.
what a charmer. And she bows her head and she says, "All the best on your journeys, my little magical friends."
No, ta-ta. Give her a little wave. Make my way out.
Okay. You guys go on your way. Eventually return to the ship. On the ship, was there anything that we wanted to do while the shopping was ongoing? Leo's
Yeah,
shuffling.
yeah. I was almost gonna say that should probably be later in the night, but like if we're gonna do it while the shopping's on, we can do it while the shopping's on.
Up to you. It's the kind of the three of you and Ecrius left on the ship, and Herc.
Gonna be just shaking, trying not to just fireball Ecrius. Not actually. Not actually. No. I only have to trance for 4 hours. I might just take a long rest now and do the Valanthe conversation tonight because it was only 1 p.m. right?
Yeah. Yeah, when
Yeah,
people
I might
left
just
for
take.
shopping, it was about 1 p.m., so...
I might just take a long rest now and then talk to Valanthe later tonight. That makes the most sense. Because like right now, I'm kind of useless. My speed is halved. I can't do shit right now. So I think I'll take a long rest now if that's okay
Your
with you,
exhaustion
DM.
is affecting your mouth.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, you can trance,
Cool.
set up in your room, and you guys kind of hang out on the ship.
Wonderful.
It's being like gently rocked by the waves, and the storm is picking up. And by the time that Gwyn and Ulrich and Ricard, you leave the magic shop, it is like pouring rain. And there's like thunder cracking and lightning in the distance. And on the ship, even though you guys are docked, it is getting tossed around a bit. But you guys do eventually regroup on the ship, and Sheev, you can take a long rest. You guys have a little bit of dinner. You guys break some bread. You appraise the loot that you had.
Bit.
And you guys...
I'm gonna go to
Level
Steve.
exhaustion,
And the
baby.
boomerang.
And the boomerang. And you start to like settle down for the evening.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
they're
up?
gonna get my bed. I wanted to mention that we did admittedly go to a magic shop today, and
Oh, yes. Is Sheev at the table or whatever?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
I've come
were kinda
back
sitting
from my
over
rest.
Okay.
Dinner.
I'm
Cool.
gonna excitedly hand over the mystery scroll. I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I
God,
hope
cool.
it's good.
I'll take a look. What random first level spell did we get?
You like open it and unroll it, and you notice with Debella's items, all of them have like they've been sprayed with perfume or something. It's like a fragrance on all of them. So when you open it, you get like this kind of waft of like lavender and jasmine.
Yeah.
It's a spell scroll for lightning lure.
oh, it's a cantrip. That's even better.
That's
not
actually really
bad.
good.
See, See,
That's actually really
See?
good. No, because you can't get cantrips usually, so I'll take lightning
This is
lore.
what,
That's
like,
fine.
This
I'll
is like
take it.
triple A tier, like S class item.
Well, I don't know
The
about that, but
it can pull people, can't it? So it could be
yeah,
useful.
it gives me combat mobility. Yeah. I will obviously Valanthi and I can no wait, shoot. Only one of us can take it, right? Because you can't copy cantrips. How would you rule this, DM? Would you allow both wizards to copy it to their spellbook, or will the scroll be used after the first copy? Because usually you can't get cantrip scrolls.
Can you make a copy of a copy?
I already have lightning lure.
You already have it? Then we're
Yeah.
good. Then I will
Yeah,
take it.
they're also
in
one
that
use
case.
consumable, so it's only after
Okay,
you
cool.
use the spell scroll, not copying the spell scroll.
Oh, I can't copy it.
No, well, you can copy it. Well,
Okay.
because
Because usually you can't copy cantrips, so it's up to you. What do you
no,
want me
you
to or
can.
not?
You can copy it. But I don't know. That just doesn't make sense to me to have it be used after that. So you can copy it into
Fair
your
enough.
spellbook. Yeah.
Cool. Then I will do that. Also, I'll kind of look at Gwyn. Thank you, Gwyn. This is actually rather helpful. I appreciate that.
What I will have you do, sorry, if you are actively copying it, you're gonna make an Arcana check.
Okay, cool. Then I will hold on to the scroll, and I'll make that check in like a day or two.
Okay,
when
sure.
I
Sounds good.
when I'm not at
Just to make
disadvantage for all
sure
my
you're
shit.
successful. If you are not successful in that Arcana check, then it would consume the use.
That's fine. No worries. Thank you for that. What else did you guys grab from the store?
I'm gonna pull out a broken loot.
I got a boomerang.
All right, boomerang, broken loot.
Well,
Did you
look.
achieve the health potion goal that you set out to purchase?
Yes.
Wonderful. Good. Anything else?
I think I may have gotten us a discount for the next visit, though I may have to go on a date.
Oh, the thing people have done worse for more, or people have done worse things for less, is what I mean to say. So, thank you for taking one for the team. Appreciate it very much.
I'm gonna pull out the what was it, the jug of eternal water?
Yeah.
The decanter
of
of
endless water.
Decanter of
Yeah,
endless
all the
water.
synonyms. Yeah.
Excellent.
I just put it on the table, like, hey, look at.
Nice. When you guys need to drink, cool.
Do you
Ulrich,
mind if I use this first?
The boomerang is a +2 boomerang.
Oh.
Nice.
That is a really that's
So,
really
like,
good.
kind of testing it out
Fuck
a little
yeah.
bit. It definitely has
Fuck
some
yeah.
like comes back right away. It's like well made.
Excellent. Good. All right. And did you guys found the thing that needs to be read, right? I can read it for you if you give me 10 minutes to comp languages.
Dude.
What is? If you tell me what it
You
is.
guys also have that staff that has comprehend languages in it as well.
That too.
Yeah. Can
Well,
you please
Damien has
read
that
the-
staff.
Can you translate the writing on it, please?
Yeah, I'll do a ritual for it. It'll take me
I
like 10 minutes, but
I can disarming strike with the boomerang. That's pretty cool.
that's pretty dope. That's pretty
I
sick.
think, Liv, you would have attuned to the boomerang then, right? I meant the boomerang, the staff, but the comprehend languages and like the Rizzler staff is what I dubbed it.
Oh wait, I thought. Oh, is Valanthi using it, not you?
We said it last time. You literally said it last time. Like, are there better people who that could go towards?
No, I thought you were taking it. My bad. I thought you were taking it.
No,
Seriously.
To be
was
fair though,
just
I
kidding.
have. It's a lot of overlap with my spell. I mean, I could
Okay.
take it, but you know what I mean. I
Is
think
it
the
better on
one-
Valanthi or better on you? Is the question.
I just.
Me, obviously.
I mean, yeah. Liv is
Fair enough.
a genius.
So in order to attune to it, I mean, you guys just got it this morning, so Valentina
Yeah.
wouldn't have quite enough time to attune to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it can't be used yet, actually. Sorry. So I kind of tangled that in front of you guys. Nobody's
You baited
attuned to
us.
it, so we can't use it yet. But maybe
Do
tomorrow.
any of you guys?
But you can cast comprehend languages as a ritual if you like.
Just
Yeah, I'll do
watching.
that.
So on the boomerang, it says in Druidic, return to the celestial circle.
Aww. Boomy.
Interesting. This says to return to the celestial circle.
Wait a minute. So You bought a boomerang that says "Return to Sender."
Yeah.
Do the celestial circle, does that ring a bell for anybody?
Not me.
Can I roll history?
Yeah, Ricard, you can roll
Can I
history.
try?
Yeah, sure. You guys can all try.
Okay.
See what happens.
I'm still at disadvantage, but I'll try it anyway.
And say
history?
This is a high
Let's
DC.
go, Valenti! 26 for Valenti.
Nice.
19.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
Oh, hang on a second. Said history. Okay, well. It's not terrible, but
Okay.
not good enough.
Yeah, this is just high DC because this is not heard of very often. This is quite rare. So
Yeah.
Valente, you are the only person that knows what this is. You remember reading in an ancient text, in a text about the Kitsune Wilds, which is kind of the remaining, the forest woodlands of Ignasian territory that has been destroyed by Ignacia, and there's only a little bit left now. But you heard of a place called the Shofi Hold, and this was the only place you'd ever seen record of it, that it was a Furbolg settlement, which are not common in Rootcoast, incredibly rare. And the Celestial Circle is the leaders of the Shofi Hold, the leaders of the clan.
That's like
Deep cut lore.
Malka. Yeah, that's very deep lore.
Hold on.
When you guys send me your backstories, I usually will integrate some of the information into the world itself.
Yeah.
So it's in the lore document.
Oh, that's very cool. Still not giving it back. No.
That was a different character, baby.
No, I'd actually be so down to go to the Shofi Hold. It's a sick area.
It is.
Bro, that document you wrote in the lore was wild.
And the loot, I assume, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Leo, but that you would use some Eldritch Sight here to determine some magical stuff.
Of course.
The loot is magical, and it does belong to the School of Enchantment, so it is enchanted in some way.
Then I will. I'm still borrowing Herc's Pearl for Identify. I will ritual cast Identify on it if given the time to do so.
Okay. You guys are kind of sitting around the table. You've got like a map out in front of you and all these items out. And Sheev is in the corner, like his eyes doing the kind of crazy concentration thing that he does. And the loot is a loot of perfect tuning. And it basically
Loot of
just
perfect
can
tuning.
never be out of tune.
Interesting.
But it is missing 2 strings, so it does need to be repaired.
I'm gonna go to the artificer downstairs and have them fix it overnight or something.
To Ecrius or Herc?
Mm-hmm. You know what, Ecrius? I think learning experience for you. If you want to mess with it, I'll hand him the loot.
He kind of looks at it and he says, a broken ukulele?
I was wondering if you could fix it up.
Ah, and he kind of like picks at the strings. Yeah, I could try for sure.
I appreciate that.
He takes it, he tucks it into his hammock.
Kind of just disregard it for now. This is like a gamble on my part. I come back, it's sawn in half. Guitar now. I don't think I have anything else for tonight.
No. Nothing from me. I'm trying to find a picture of a boomerang.
Does anyone want to send any messages? I have spell slots for that.
Can you send a message to my father
Give me the words, and I will
saying
send them.
that he is a collect call from his son?
Yes,
No.
correct.
I have been
Tech,
informed that you are a trifling ass bitch.
can you say that a debt over the coming weeks, a debt will be repaid, and for him to keep one eye on the horizon.
Hmm.
I'll send the message. Is there a way to turn off return calls?
You can try. Roll an Arcana check. It's gonna be a high DC. I like the idea of spells being a little bit flexible with your arcane proficiencies.
20, non-natural.
Okay. What do you want to say? You gonna say what he said?
Word for word is going back
Okay.
to the dad.
Okay. You hear back, I will paint the lands of Root Coast with your blood. And that's all you hear.
Damn.
Holy shit.
I don't think you like that.
Holy shit.
How many more do you have
None.
of those?
Good night.
I got a couple if you want to send another.
Well, I think
I
we
have
should
some
just
too.
Yeah.
around sort of 3 or 4 in the morning. We should just send him one just to wake him up.
I like that idea a lot.
I don't have to sleep too much. I'm hella down for that.
Yeah.
But I am
yeah,
gonna send a
that.
message to Iharad while this is kind of happening.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna send a message. Hey bud, how you doing? You dead yet?
You hear back, please, tide me. I can't cast any spells. Please come help me. They took the compost stone.
Oh, they were successful. Interesting. Okay.
Doesn't
Huh.
seem to be dead.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
It's a really powerful, like, magical item. You could make use of that, no?
Yes. Good news, everyone. Iharad is not dead. I don't want to use another third level though, because fine. I'll use another third level. I'll cast another sending. Are you still surrounded by the mushrooms, or have they left?
They're gone. They left hours ago. I've been here for like a fucking day. Please. Just some water.
Interesting. He not only is not dead, he cannot cast any spells, and the mushrooms have been gone for hours. I think we should go to see what is going on with him, because he could become an ally. They took this. Do you remember them talking about the compost stone? They took it from him. He no longer has possession of it, and then they left. So we might as well go look, right? In the morning? Not now, but in the morning.
Sure,
Sure.
I'll go with you.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Good. That's our plan for the morning. Anyway, anything else we have to do today? Anybody else we need to see? I don't want to use any more spells because I do not want to. So,
Well, Captain,
Yes.
you have your pistols at the ready, as always, I presume.
Indeed.
What is your chosen sidearm, though?
Sorry, what?
What's your chosen sidearm? Are you carrying a dagger?
I'm well equipped. Do not fear. Is there a reason you're asking?
I am, because we got these very nice Surakian greatswords, and I would ask maybe Surak if he could help us reshape them into something more suitable to our needs.
Interesting.
I could certainly do with a nice rapier, and I think Rykard as well.
How many greatswords do we have that are not being used currently? 3, right?
3.
I think so.
Well, if you think you have the rapport with Surak to do that for yourself and maybe transfigure one of them into some bullets for my pistol, and I'll pat my hip, I'll say, then absolutely go for it.
I mean, I want to try. I don't know if it's possible, but I can ask. And I guess some bullets might be more useful than a blade in your hands.
I
But
do have
Rykard,
a Surakian steel dagger already. Right.
Rykard, would you like a rapier as well?
And she
Rykard.
was just thinking, can I cast Suraki and Steel spells? Can I get in on the Suraki and Steel party? Or like what?
Oh, the dog get to the router again.
My
Hello?
dog ate my homework.
Damn dog.
We
Hello?
can hear you again.
I don't want to talk about it. He ripped the wire out of the back of the router.
Oh my gosh.
Rykard, would you like a Surakian rapier?
I'm afraid it would be nice, but I rarely use a blade, and the one I have has significance to it, meaning it was my wife.
Oh, I see. Well, I can still ask if I could maybe get some bullets.
Yeah, two sword bullets, hey. Do me.
I'll see what I can do.
Boomer.
Would anybody like to partake in a little ritual?
What exactly does this ritual entail?
I mean, I would just ask Surak and contact him and ask him to have some of his creatures feast on the blades and reshape them that way.
I
I'll
don't know how
help.
much help I will be, but I will do my best, yes.
I can lend my hand as well, and I guess afterward I need your help with a ritual of my own. I guess.
Sheev has participated in so many rituals that don't do shit for him at all. It's so
Ritual to
crazy.
ritual.
I can't help it.
So you're trying to reach out to Sirakleo?
Yeah, this would be us reaching out to him and
I'm not-
basically me telling him about the others,
Okay.
that we're coming in his direction.
Okay. Make a religion check with advantage.
Yeah, and I'm gonna cast the conjure minor elementals again.
Okay. Bring those metal guys up. It's like little creatures pop up all around you guys. They have these like flower mouths and these really razor sharp teeth.
That is 21.
Okay. There's like a bit of a pause here. And then you guys see a form of a face. And Leo, you're the first to notice it because you're looking around. You're seeing like what's happening here. A face coming out of the wood of the ship. And then it comes out farther and it forms the head of a minotaur coming out of the inside of the side of the ship. And it's the face of Sirach. And he says, "Weapons and destruction. Is it all you seek?"
Well, I haven't really learned to use a shield, and we are on our way to your mountains.
You come
To fight-
to my land.
Yes, as I've told you before, to fight back against the Ignatians and stop them from tearing you apart.
Keep the fight away from me. I have no interest in putting my people in more danger than they need to be. You are soldiers. You need weapons? I will provide. But keep the swords away from my domain. Spill the blood elsewhere. And at that, the little metal creatures start to like come forward and start to chew on the Sirachian steel greatswords, refining
Minecraft block
them
noises.
into the weapons that you guys are looking for. And I think that is where we shall end this session, with the sound of the metal crunching and storm outside and Surok's head sticking out the inside of the ship.
Oh God.
Nice.
All right, GM. Do we level? I'm kidding.
No.
Hell yeah.
My notes for the session would be crazy.
They'd be
That-
crazy.
It was a
They'd
fun
be
session.
crazy though.
Well, thank you very much, Sparky. That was very good fun.
Thank you so much, DM. I had a really good time.
Yes,
I'm
good
looking
job,
forward to
guys.
trying out my new boomerang
I know.
and disarming people with it.
I'm glad you guys went to go check out a magic shop. Those are always fun.
Yeah.
Oddities to
Yeah.
be discovered. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop the recording. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Thanks for being
Thank
here.
you,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Thank
you.
you. Bye.